Hi, my name is Johan, and we're going to learn divisibility rules for 2, 5, 10, and 3, 6, 9. Now, divisibility rule of 2. When a number ends with an even number or 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, it is divisible by 2. For example, 182 is divisible by 2 because it ends with an even number. And number 2, for example, 1964 is divisible by 2 because it ends with an even number. So, here, divisibility rule of 5. When a number ends with 0 or 5, in a number ends with 0 or 5, it's divisible by 5. It can also be divisible by 2 if it ends with 0. For example, 12, 1200s or 1200s or 1280 is divisible by 5 because it ends with 0. It can also be divisible by 2 because it ends with 0. Let's have another example. 565 is divisible by 5 because it ends with 5. But it is not divisible by 2. It can also it can it can also be divisible by 2 if it ends with 0. But this is not a 0. That's why it is not divisible by 2. And this is not an even number. This is an odd number. So there are more examples here. You can use that for an example for you. Then, divisibility rule of 10. When a number ends with 0, it is divisible by 10. For example, 15,250 is divisible by 10 because it ends with 0. It can also be divisible by 2 and 5 because it ends with 0. Now, in our previous divisibility rule for 5 here, if it ends with 0 here, and in divisibility rule of 2, if if it ends with an even number or 0 here, so that's why it ends that's why it's divisible by 2, 5, and 10 because it ends with a 0. Now, there are other examples here. If I need use this for an example. Now, letter A. Get a paper, then write down your answers on your paper. Here. Let's have an example here. Ah. 430, sorry. There is a noise here. Now, let's have an example. 430 is divisible by 2, 5, and 10 because it ends with 0. 2, the divisibility rule of 2, if it ends with the with an even number, and the divisibility rule of 5, if it ends with 0 or 5, it ends with 0, that's why it is divisible by 5. Then the divisibility rule of 10 is if it ends with 0. Sorry for that. No. The answers will be shown in the end of this video. Now, divisibility rule of 3. When the sum of the digits or numbers is divisible by 3. For example, number 1, 453. 4 plus 5 plus 3 equals 12. Number 2, 33. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Number 3, 5,532. 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 2 equals 15. All of these numbers is divisible by 3 because the sum of them is divisible by 3. Here. Now, divisibility rules of 6. When a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, it is divisible by 6. For example, 354. 3 plus 5 plus 4 is 12. It is divisible by 3 because 3 is divisible by 12. Now, 354 is also divisible by 2 because it ends with an even number. Here the 4. Now, this number is divisible by 3 and 2. That's why it is divisible by 6. Now, divisibility rule of 9. This is the last topic we're going to do. Uh, when a when the sum of the digits or numbers is divisible by 9, it is like 3, but you need to but you need it to divisible by 9. For example, number 1, 270 is equal to 2 plus 7 plus 0 equals 9. Number 2, 535, 5,000, 5,355. 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 equals 18. Number 3, 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 9 plus 9 equals 36. In 334,599. It is all these numbers it is divisible by 9 because the sum of them the sum of this number and this number and this number is divisible by 9. Now, letter B. Use the divisibility rules to write yes or no in each box, like this. If if this if 3 is divisible by 2, you will write here a yes. Then 6, and then if 6 is divisible by 12, write here a yes. Or if not, write here no. So the paper, then write down your answers on your paper. So just pause this if you're done. If you're not done yet, then so you're done. Now, in letter A, the one that I presented here, is, wait, here. This is the letter A in here. So the answers in letter A is here. In here. Now, in letter A is 2, in letter B 5, in letter C 2, 5, and 10, letter D 5, and letter E 2, 5, 10, and in letter F 2, in G 5, in I 2, in J 2, 5, and 10, in K 2, in letter L is 2, 5, and 10. In letter B, in here, or this, the one that I presented earlier, is, I said you to answer that. Now, in letter B, all the answers is in number 1 is yes, yes, no, like this. Yes, yes, no. In number 2, yes, yes, no. Yes, yes, no. In number 3 to in number 3 to 5 is yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Then in number 6 is yes, no, yes. Yes, no, yes. In number 7, yes, yes, no. Yes, yes, no. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and turn on those notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. Bye!